Talking games.
If you haven't already done so, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Thanks. Alright, so I got the new delivery. The new pump has arrived. Today is Friday, so they did get it to me this week as they said they would, although it was looking for a minute there like that wasn't going to happen. It's in a much bigger box than last time. Nothing rattling around. So either they sent me a new one, or at least they packed it properly this time. So let's hope for the best on this one. Let me get it opened up and see if we get anything broken or if it looks good. You can see it's definitely packed in there by this time. It's a little bit hard to tell if this is actually a brand new one or if it's a used one that they've put like the big sleeve back over, but it would be nice if they sent me a new one. It certainly looks as though maybe it could be. They've got the return shipping label in there that they promised me, so I can send back the busted piece of shit that they sent me last week. Or I guess I got that Monday or something like that, so it's still this week, but earlier. So let me open this thing up and see if it's new or if it's used and if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. Just to look at it, I'd say it's probably a new one. I mean, it doesn't look like it's ever been opened. The tape on that side looks brand new. Looks like it's never been disturbed. Same thing with the one on this side. So the packaging indicates to me that they just said screw it and sent me a new one like they should have done in the first place, because now what I think is going to be funny is if this is for a different card, because I feel like this is a slightly different box than I got before, and that's going to be hilarious if this is for like a 2080 Ti, or if this is I'm pretty sure the 3080s and the 3090s are the same layout, so it shouldn't matter if that's the case. So let me open it up. But it'd be funny, but not funny if it was for the wrong product. So give me a second. Alright, I got everything put back together. I was going to go ahead and do that in the video again, but if you want to see how to put this together, you can always just go back and watch the original video where I installed the first kit on here. It only took about probably 10-15 minutes, and that's because I reversed the type of screws that hold this in with the other ones underneath it. So I had to redo something there for about 2 minutes, but putting the pump back in there is pretty easy enough. You just put it in face up, and then you set it on the board on top of it, screw it into place with the 4 retention screws, little spring screws here, to secure the pump to the GPU. So it got pre-applied thermal grease. I did put a little bit around the edges of the there's like 4 points outside each on like the outside edge of each area where like that big cold plate that covers up all the video memory kind of interfaces also with the water block. And because this is a new replacement one, it didn't have that on there, so I put a little bit more thermal material on there, but basically pretty much just like doing it again from stock. So everything's hooked back up, and I guess the next test will be to see if it works and if it makes a bunch of racket or not. So let's do that now. Alright, we got everything hooked back up. I got everything back in my this is my secondary PC that it's in right now. But you can see fans are working, and at least at the moment I'm going to give them a minute and see what the temperatures do. But as far as the noise levels go, they are certainly normal. No grinding sounds like we had before from the pump, and everything's, I'm in Windows. It's not like because the problem wouldn't happen until the driver kicked in and actually turned on the pump and started ramping up the RPMs on the water flow. So for the moment, like I say, I'm in Windows. Temperatures are idling where you'd want them to idle at. So I think it's working successfully. It looks like swapping out the pump has made the difference, and everything I just got to send back to EVGA now. They sent me prepaid labels, so I just got to put things back in the original box and go be to go. But that said, appreciate you guys watching the channel. Yeah, like I say, if EVGA had messed this up again, I probably was about ready to call it quits with their company, but it looks like they've managed to hopefully redeem themselves here. I mean, big companies, you know, you got to give them a chance, I guess, sometimes, because it's always like the left hand and the right hand don't know what each other are doing. And so, you know, maybe the people in the warehouse, somebody's having a bad day, or they're not paying attention to what they're doing, or maybe that's just a bad employee, but it isn't always representative of the whole company. So I was kind of irritated the other day, as you probably noticed in my video, but let me see if I can flip this camera. Cool. Yeah. So as you noticed the other day, I was a bit annoyed with EVGA and was considering cutting ties with them. And if they had sent me another, like, just broken pile of parts in a box, I would have been done. But they sent me a brand new kit this time. It wasn't, like I say, just it It wasn't used. It wasn't a broken one. As you saw earlier when I opened up the box, it was all nicely packaged like the original one that I first bought, and it sounds to me like it is working successfully. So good job, EVGA. Redeemed yourself. I appreciate that you guys sent me a new updated, like I say, very new replacement, and I'll continue to do business with you for the foreseeable future. So appreciate people watching the channel. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section below, as that all helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you guys again real soon. Later.